It's not like I haven't done it before, but I haven't done it after 2 Long Island iced teas. And if you don't know, there's 5 hits in that. So 5 twos are 10, and that sounds like trouble. So you shouldn't do videos when you're in trouble. But I wanted to do a video to show you where the thermostat is and how hard it is to get to and some of the nuts and bolts you need to access to replace it. So I've included the thermostat in the BFE kit for bloody good reason from what we found, and it's been reinforced since my findings and sharing those and what everybody else has found and shared their information. It's really good to know that, you know what, thermostats could even be a massive contributor to cracked pistons in the past. So that's something to think about. There is a number of possible contributors, and that's where the thermostat is. So it's not up on the front of the engine where you might think it is, easy access like it is on a lot of engines at that top housing there. That would be a waste of time. It's down here, and it might look really easy to get to at the moment while the engine's not in the car and the turbo's not in place. But when the turbo's there and when the dipstick's in here and there's some hoses here and all that, it's a little bit more in the way. So I just want to really give you a clear picture of what secures it. You've got 2 10 mils here. That's what actually holds the housing over the thermostat area. You've also got another 10 mil down here. But to access that 10 mil, you need to remove this bracket that normally holds the transmission lines. They're not there at the moment. And I've done a number of videos showing you this. And all these videos are just, they've got a lot of pieces. It's not really one piece. It's a number of pieces of the million-piece jigsaw puzzle. And you need to watch all the videos to the end and listen to put all those pieces together to just go, hey, I can look after my own vehicle, keep it reliable, and I don't have to pay someone to wreck it. I mean, service it. I don't have to pay someone to service and repair it. I can do it all myself, right? Because I watch the videos and I'm in the VIP group because I'm a client of Anthony's who made all the videos, right? So securing it is those 2 bolts there, that one there. There's a transmission, there's a bracket that normally goes there holding the transmission lines. So you need to pop that bolt out, and then to be able to access that one, this hose down here can stay connected with the hose on. It's not going to matter. That's what's going to hold all this in place. So it's going to be, this bolt comes out, right, then that one comes out. These 2 come out. The housing will just pop back. You can give it a good clean up, check everything out, put the thermostat in the right way. Thermostat and seal included in the BFE kit. If you want one of those, you know, just text me Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. I've got a 1kd-ftv, last of the best, Anthony. And I would love to get a BFE kit for I need to know if it's a Hilux, a 120 or a 150. That's all I need to know, because there's some different components. And that is the 3 things that are different. Hilux, 120, 150. And I'm not going to judge you if you've got a Hilux or a 120 or a 150. They're all just as good or as bad as each other. I thought I'd throw bad in there to keep some people happy. But no, they're awesome vehicles, and you want the thermostat done ASAP. And if you haven't ever changed it, you want to make sure you're monitoring your coolant temperatures with a scan gauge, that sort of thing, because that's what you need to do. Hey, everybody, what's all these marks on they're Welsh plugs, right? Are they Welsh plugs? Should have asked you what they are, actually, instead of told you. More marks on that one. What are those marks there? So there you go. That's the question. They are Welsh plugs. What are those marks on the Welsh plugs? That's what I want to know. I mean, I know what they are, but I'm just testing you to see what you come up with. And someone's going to put it there and people are going to read the comments, and you all need to get to know each other, take a note of the names, who bothers to comment, all the regulars, because everybody's part of the crew. And I'll tell you now, if you've commented on the YouTube channel 4B4Ds or more than 30 times, if you've put in more than 30 comments, you can have a free membership to the VIP group. There you go. So it's worth watching some videos, because some people really love the idea of the VIP group, and I can understand that. I reckon it's a great idea. But then it was my idea, so of course I think that. But I didn't plan this video. I just go bada bing, bada boom, and these things come out after a couple of Long Island iced teas. And I just decided, if you're like, there's a few people around, I could drop some names, but if I said one, I'd have to say 2, I'd have to say 3. Anyone I missed is going to feel upset. So no names. There's a lot of people that, so the VIP group's for clients only. It's got some special information in there. And of course, it's a group of like-minded people that have, I suppose, watched enough videos, followed enough information to go, well, mate, I like how this guy rolls. I like his info and I'm going to buy some kits from him. So they're all clients or their friends or their family, or they've paid a deposit towards being a client because they're gathering information, right? Now, I've just decided right now that if you have commented, what did I say? I've forgotten already. Did I say at least 30 times? If you've made at least 30 comments on 4before, doesn't mean you can go and make 30 right now, but you can then go to our Facebook group, 4before Diesel VIPs. You've got to answer the 3 questions, just like all our Facebook groups, and say, hey, I'm not a client, but I've made at least 30 comments on your YouTube channel, and they're all positive. They're supporting the community, and I reckon it's an awesome thing. This sort of talk, and I asked for that because that's what people do. So while I'm seeing that sort of thing, I'm happy to just be generous and say, hey, come on down. Like, it sounds like The Price is Right. Come on down. There's a show in Australia. I don't know if it's still around, but many years ago, it used to be, what was his name? Ernie Signal, something like, anyway. He said, yeah, The Price is Right. Come on, call the name. Come on down. So I'm saying, come on down if you've watched a lot of videos and you've made at least 30 comments. And there's somebody at the moment, Clayton, I know you'll be watching this video like all the other old videos. What a smart bloke, mate. I think he's come along. It's more of a recent times. When a name pops up and you see it again and again and again, and I'm not going to forget it, mate. I'm not going to forget Clayton, the big C for Clayton. And he's not a dummy. He's a pretty smart bloke. I wonder why he's a smart bloke. He watches videos and gathers information instead of scrolling garbage like a lot of people do. Don't worry about scrolling the garbage, right? And might I just add, have a look at this workshop floor. Is that like a bloody hospital or what, hey? Bloody beautiful, right? Look at that. Oh, what are those wheels there? That looks like a poo troll. Don't worry about that. Look at this absolute mess. It's funny, actually. If you hung around for 7 minutes, I'm waffling a bit. I'm going to show you the Prado Hilux engine replacement hospital, or what you can see of it. And I sent a photo very similar to this picture right here now to the client, the person that owns this vehicle that we're replacing the engine. And we rarely do engine replacement because we'd rather do prevention. But I did start this crack piston fund, and I thought, well, what's the point of having all this money? We need to have engines. So there's some engines. Let's go for a little walk here. It's a bit messy at the moment, but there is some engines. Look at this. See, there's boxes of engines here, right? Yeah. And there's more engines, and there's automatic. We've got an automatic transmission, some engines in stock, plus my engines as well. So there's crack piston fun engines, plus my engines. And, you know, money in the bank. What an awesome system. But what's the point of having money in the bank and when you want an engine, you can't get one? And that's what happened in recent years. You had to wait ages for an engine. So I went, you know, let's keep some in stock, and they're cheaper now than they're going to be later. So that's what we did. And we thought we better set up a purpose-built facility. And that's what this is for engine replacement. It's rare. And most of the engines we replace aren't for Crack Piston Fund members. They are for people that didn't know about maintenance, avoiding chips, tunes, remaps, and all that sort of stuff. They didn't know all the stuff you know because you watched the videos. Anyway, you can see I could talk about this all day, all night. It is getting late. I'm going to go and make a pizza and call it a night. Bada bing, bada boom. Hope you liked that video. Catch you on the next one. See ya.